So yesterday it was just amazing to see just one right after the other last night as the tornado yesterday afternoon. And some of the images that came out of that, too, the video was absolutely incredible. So, again, thank you for joining us here on CBS Radio Houston. We appreciate it so much. And again, we're in a strange studio, so I feel a little uncomfortable with what's going on. And Josh is taking really good care of us in the control room, but I'm not sure if we go to the call or not. Do we go to the call? Maybe. We'll do that in a second.
Okay, let me read this really fast. I just saw another tweet coming through. It says men's clothing and basic first aid supplies are needed for flood victims and donations at the George R. Brown. So the George R. Brown, like we mentioned, is going to be one of those shelters, which has tons of space.
Yes.
That's a big building.
Right.
So if you are near there and can get to it safely, the GRB's doors are open.
And it has multiple layers, so you're not going to be on the bottom ground of that also, so that's a bonus. I think it actually goes up to 3 floors.
We talked to Mattress Mac, both locations for Gallery Furniture, the one at I-45, Tidwell and Parker. That one's going to be open, and it's pet friendly. And his other location will also be open as a shelter.
Got it there. All right, thank you guys. We appreciate it. A couple of different things that we were talking about earlier we had Frank Billingsley on from KPRC Channel 2, and he says that Hurricane Harvey will be heading back out into the Gulf. It looks like the models are showing now that it is going to be heading back out into the Gulf, and that will allow it to strengthen, but it also may increase the chances that it gets picked up by a system and pushed off to the east of us. That would be the best case scenario out of all of this. But even though we're in an area of kind of drier period right now, he is saying that more heavy rain likely tonight into tomorrow. But he said it wouldn't be a complete deja vu of last night.
It's not going to be a repeat of last night.
Yeah,
But just because it's not raining where you are right now does not mean that the rain is not going to be coming. And you don't want to be out after dark because you can't see how deep that water is.
Exactly.
And I think that's what a lot of people fell into last night is when we woke up this morning, all you saw were just floating vehicles. That was it.
Yeah.
And I know that it's hard, and I know that you want to get out and you want to check on things and you want to make sure that your family's okay, but if you can't safely do it, you're doing them more harm than good.
Absolutely right. So, again, welcome into our coverage here. We're going to be here until about 7 o'clock tonight with all of the information. If we can help you in any way, 713-572-4610. You let us know what's going on in your area. You give us an update there. A couple of things on the airports. If you're expecting or have been expecting folks in town or were going to leave town, Bush International says they are closed at least through Tuesday and till Wednesday for Hobby was the last information that I saw from Hobby Airport. So that is going to be something that you're going to have to deal with and is going to affect air traffic all over the country. Because United has such a big hub here in Houston, that's going to be a big issue to deal with. And then the other thing that we talked about earlier, TxDOT is saying, and EasyTag officials are saying that because of the dire situation, if you are on a tollway, they are not going to be issuing fines if you drive through and you don't have an easy tag or something there. So
we are not suggesting you get on the road and drive through the toll roads, but if you let that be the last of your worries. Right.
Well, and they said for the foreseeable future, so this may not be something, again, today we're saying stay home, but if you do have yourself where you have to be out tomorrow, the next day or whatever, just check on that because they are saying that for right now, because of the extreme weather, they are not issuing fines for driving on the toll roads. And again, so many of those, as we talked about, are elevated, so they stay out of the water there. So it's 4:57. Kyle just back in the studio, but I think he's got a couple of minutes before we get to him.
Let's give out the number for CenterPoint Energy just in case. I know not as many people.
Still a lot of folks, though.
I hate comparing it to Hurricane Ike, where people were out of power for 25 days plus.
Right.
But there aren't as many as we started with last time for Ike, but there definitely are people without power. So if you'd like the number for CenterPoint, we have that here. It's 713-659-2111. And also for those evacuation routes, I'm going to give out that number if you'd like that. That is 800-452-9292. Once again, for evacuation routes, that's 800-452-9292.
All right, thanks, Lauren. We appreciate it. Lauren Kelly and Sarah Pepper from Mix 96.5. My name is George Lindsay. I'm George, one of three on the Morning Bull show there.
Let's talk about your co-hosts. They couldn't get in.
Yeah, they couldn't.
And Mo is in the Heights.
And Mo lives not too far from here. Cowboy Dave lives out in the middle of God's country.
Do we know how
Magnolia.
his area?
Actually, I did talk to him earlier. I was on the air earlier on the Bull, and he called in. Christy, the kids, and Moo the pig, and Jerry the rooster, all fine.
Okay.
So so you know, I told him, I was like, we love you, but we want to know how are the kids, how's the wife, and how are the animals there. So no, he's doing fine. And just a inspirational story about he rode along with some of the fire officials that were doing rescues, high water rescues in Magnolia.
Dave, man, I tell you what.
And he said that one of the guys they had to evacuate was a Vietnam vet who had a stroke, and that one of the firemen carried him on his back for over a half mile through water to an ambulance that had been staged in a place where they could get out. So,
you just gave me all the feels.
I'm telling you. I mean, it's just, and those stories are not unusual.
They're not rare.
No, they're not.
They're commonplace.
There are people out there helping out.
Can we comment on our Southern hospitality, just how our neighbors have been, our first responders? If there was somebody that posted on social media, they needed a tank of gas.
Yep.
There was a couple of people that walked up with a full tank of gas.
Yep. It really is something. So, all right, 5:00 now. We'll be back with more. This is CBS Radio Houston and Hurricane Harvey coverage here from Houston, Texas.
All right, and here we go. Again, residents near the Brazos River, again, take immediate action. Fort Bend County Judge Robert Hebert has upgraded the voluntary evacuation order for certain residents in the low-lying areas surrounding the Brazos River to a mandatory evacuation order. Again, if you are a resident of Fort Bend County and you are near the Brazos River in a low-lying area, your voluntary evacuation is now a mandatory evacuation. And right now, looking at what's going on, Harvey is centered about 25 miles from Victoria. This is further east than Harvey was at this time yesterday. Now, the setup's changed a bit with a weak boundary along I-10 and flow that's directed more southeast to northwest from, the actual Gulf. Now, it means that varying intensities of rainfall are likely tonight south of I-10. Again, this isn't optimal, but the hope is that the rains will remain manageable south and southeast of Houston. Folks in those areas will need to stay alert and keep the guard up overnight, but rain totals, and again, hope is very important. The rain rates should be less than last night. That is the main thing. North of I-10, it's similar, but with more rain and fewer breaks, expect occasional 1 to 3 inches per hour rain rates in those areas. This will exacerbate already near record levels of flooding on Cypress Creek and other bodies of water north of Houston. In fact, we're working on finding out where the bayous are, if they're at their average or if they're overflowing yet. Some numbers that you can call for shelters: 281-464-4854. Again, for shelters, that is 281-464-4854. The American Red Cross, 713-526-8300. Once again, that's 713-526-8300. And then the FEMA number is going to be 800-621-3362. Once again, 800-621-3362.
The American Red Cross has provided some hurricane safety steps if you have your cell phone. People can find a shelter by visiting redcross.org or by downloading the free Red Cross emergency app. That emergency app puts real-time information about the storm and hurricane safety tips at your fingertips. You can also call the Red Cross at 1-800-RED-CROSS or text the word Harvey, Harvey, to the number 90999 to make a $10 donation.
People can find shelter by visiting redcross.org or by downloading the free Red Cross emergency app. The emergency app also puts real-time information about the storm and hurricane safety tips at your fingertips. The app is available in all app stores or by searching the American Red Cross.
A lot at night. It's like a party in your pants. 7 to 11 on Houston Sports Leader, Sports Radio 610.
People can find shelter by visiting redcross.org or by downloading the free Red Cross emergency app. The emergency app also puts real-time information about the storm and hurricane safety tips at your fingertips. The app is available in all app stores or by searching the American Red Cross.
The American Red Cross has provided some hurricane safety steps if you have your cell phone. People can find a shelter by visiting redcross.org or by downloading the free Red Cross emergency app. That emergency app puts real-time information about the storm and hurricane safety tips at your fingertips. You can also call the Red Cross at 1-800-RED-CROSS or text the word Harvey, Harvey, to the number 90999 to make a $10 donation.
Attention all USAA members affected by the recent hurricane. Get help reporting a claim on the USAA mobile app, usaa.com/help, or call 1-800-531-USAA.
Help people affected by Hurricane Harvey by visiting redcross.org, calling 1-800-RED-CROSS, or texting the word Harvey to 90999 to make a $10 donation.
KHMX, KILT-FM, KKHH, Houston, KIKK, Pasadena.
Attention all USAA members affected by the recent hurricane. For help with questions and claims, go to the USAA mobile app, usaa.com/help, or call 1-800-531-USAA.
Thousands of the families that have been affected by the flooding in Texas urgently need your support right now. Your donation helps the American Red Cross provide warm meals, shelter, and hope to families in critical need. Every single dollar means so much. Please donate today to help people affected by the floods in Texas. You can donate right now at redcross.org or call 1-800-RED-CROSS. That's 1-800-RED-CROSS. We can't do this without you. Visit redcross.org right now. Thousands of the families that have been affected by the flooding in Texas urgently need your support right now. Your donation helps the American Red Cross provide warm meals, shelter, and hope to families in critical need. Every single dollar means so much. Please donate today to help people affected by the floods in Texas. You can donate right now at redcross.org or call 1-800-RED-CROSS. That's 1-800-RED-CROSS. We can't do this without you. Visit redcross.org right now.
This is CBS Radio Houston and our coverage of Hurricane Harvey and the devastating situation that is taking place here in our city. My name is George from 100.3 The Bull. In the studio with me is Sarah Pepper and Lauren Kelly from Mix 96.5, a couple of Houston CBS radio stations, and we're broadcasting on all CBS stations to get the information out to you guys. And again, just want to know that you're okay and that if there's anything that we can do to help you get in a better place, that's what we're here to do. Connect you with the number, get you to the right people. That's what we're here to do. And again, you can join us at 713-572-4610. And you know that it's one of those things where celebrities now, and I use that word, but folks that are
hometown heroes,
hometown heroes that are getting out there and starting to put their star power behind what is going on and the help that we need.
Which is love, because you know that we can only say so much, but when people like J.J. Watt say things, then you know.
Yep.
So we've seen across social media stars reaching out, a lot of stars that are from Texas.
Right.
Demi Lovato, country star Chris Young has started a $100,000 donation.
Oh, wow.
Coldplay, before they left, were wishing us nothing but the best. They had wonderful things to say about the city. Of course, you said J.J. Watt, Sarah. So he just went on Twitter maybe 10, 15 minutes ago. He set up a fund, and he says Hurricane Harvey has taken a catastrophic toll on our great city while leaving many stranded in need of assistance. We must come together and collectively help rebuild the aspects of our community members' lives that were damaged or lost. Any donation that you can spare, no matter how large or small, is greatly appreciated. We will come out of this stronger than ever. We are Texans.
I'm sitting here watching the news and checking the internet and seeing everything that's going on with Hurricane Harvey and the damage it's causing back home, and it's very difficult. It's very difficult not only because we have family and friends back there. Some guys have young kids, some guys have wives and families, but that's our city. It's very tough to watch your city get hit by such a bad storm and not be there to help. not be there to help with the recovery, not be there to help with the process. It's very tough. So what I do want to do is I want to start a fundraiser, because I know that these recovery efforts are going to be massive. I know that there's going to be a whole bunch of people we need to help get back on their feet. I know that there's going to be a lot we need to do to help rebuild. So I'm going to put the link in my bio. If you can donate something small, if you can donate something big, whatever you can donate, please donate to help these people out. Houston's a great city. We're going to come out of this stronger than ever, but we're going to need a lot of money to help these people rebuild. So if you can donate, please donate. Everybody in Houston, stay safe. Houston, whatever it is, stay safe. We're thinking about you. We're going to come back. We're going to help you out.
Man, I tell you.
So the Texans, he's probably not even back from New Orleans yet.
There was several people last night, the commentators on last night's game were saying that they wondered how some of the guys were playing under duress, if you will.
Yeah.
You know, like he said, they have babies here, they have family members here, and you don't know what's going on, and you have flooding that's happening, you know it's happening, you see it, you get reports of it.
But you're just not
there. And there's nothing you can do.
Right.
So.
Not that it's the same scale, but we're sitting here doing this radio show, and I have no idea if my house is flooded or not.
Exactly.
Yeah. I can't imagine playing a football game.
Right, exactly.
Because it's hard for me to sit here and concentrate on all this, and every 2 seconds I'm checking Nextdoor to see if anybody's posting any pictures, because everybody keeps posting pictures as the water gets closer and closer. So compound that with, your family's in that house.
I know.
Your children are in that house. I mean, George, you brought up a really good point that you could not probably concentrate on anything that you're doing.
And again, you don't want to hear that necessarily, that football at that point is not important, but it's not important. It's not important. So let's talk with Erin Austin. She is also on 100.3 The Bull, and here to talk a little shelter information. Erin, I know you have water in your house right now as we talk.
Yeah, there's a couple spots where it's been leaking through either the roof into my bathroom. My skylight's leaking. Now I've got like this weird patch where I've got water seeping in through a wall, and I'm like, I have no idea where it's coming from. Luckily, it's not feet of water that I'm swimming through. It's just weird spots, but I think it's fixable. We'll figure it out. So, and yeah, it's all fixable.
Exactly. It's one of those things again that everybody, I think, on some level is dealing with this and with stuff like that around their house. You had some information you wanted to share about shelters and shelter information.
Yeah, for specific counties. So, like, say, Liberty County has a shelter set up at Calvary Baptist. That's in Cleveland. Montgomery County has set up a shelter at Red Shield Lodge. The Red Cross has got a shelter set up at the Pasadena High School, Doris High School. Galveston County has a shelter placed at Abundant Life Christian Center. That's in Lamarck. Brazoria County has their shelter set up at 1900 North Downing. And then Friendswood City has their City Activity Center building that's on Morningside set up as a shelter.
You know what hits me as you read through that? Again, just how widespread, how many counties are affected by this.
You don't realize how big of a city Houston is.
It's just, it's one of those things that's just, you hear it, county after county after county read off. Erin, thank you so much for that information.
Stay dry, Erin.
We'll make sure that we get that.
Yes, thank you. You too.
We'll get that information up. Again, Sports Radio 610 is the website where we're trying to collect all that information and kind of house it in one place to make it easy to find for you. So sportsradio610.com is the website that you can go to try to get all that information. So.
Also, if you guys are wondering how you can help, because there's probably a lot of people that are listening to the station right now and they're wondering, what can I do to help? The American Red Cross is encouraging people to donate money to its website. They've also made it super easy. You can just text to 90999. That'll donate $10. Also, they're asking for volunteers, and we've all set up links for you to be able to sign up to be able to volunteer. Another thing that a lot of people don't think about, Red Cross is also seeking blood donations. Texas organizations are seeking blood donations.
Yep.
There's a crowdfunding site for global giving that's attempting to raise $2 million that they say will stay locally here in Houston to help rebuild the city. Again, we'll put these all online. Pets affected by Hurricane Harvey are being taken in by animal shelters across Texas, including the SPCA of Texas, Austin Pets Alive, and San Antonio Humane Society. And the Humane Society is also available with limited staff. If you find a rescued pet, if a pet has been displaced by all this, you can get a hold of them. Also, other organizations that are accepting donations, Texas Diaper Bank, because a lot of people who have newborns.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And small children.
Yep.
Disco Children's Hospital in Corpus and the Salvation Army is always looking for donations.
And I heard earlier, I haven't had a chance to see the news since we've been in the studio here, but I heard earlier that Ben Taub Hospital was evacuated for a while because of water that was getting in there. So I don't know. Again, didn't get a chance to see how extensive that was.
They said that it was affecting the electricity in the building, so that's why they had to move everyone out. Because if you didn't know this, I learned this yesterday, during Hurricane Allison, and when Allison came and all the rain came, the medical center lost years and years of research because of the flooding.
Yep.
So now with the Texas Medical Center, and what you don't see is on those first floors, not to make light of anything, but it's like the doors closing in Star Wars.
Right.
They have these hard doors that come down.
It's a seal.
And it locks off the entire Texas Medical Center. So for water to be so bad that it's in Ben Taub Hospital that they have had to evacuate, that means it's pretty serious.
That's pretty serious over there. So again, our thoughts and prayers with them. I talked to a lady earlier that is a nurse, and they're calling in, again, nurses, because you have some people that just physically can't get there.
Right.
So they're calling in the backup, the people that just worked yesterday, whatever. So a lot of people are getting called on, doctors, same kind of thing. And again, the medical center being such a huge part of our city.
Massive.
There's just so many folks that are affected by that. So we appreciate all of you all. We never hesitate to say thank you to the first responders out there.
Definitely.
But sometimes you want to stop and say thanks to the nurses and all of the techs and the doctors and everything that keep the medical center running.
Speaking of the hospital, I want to make mention really fast.
Absolutely.
We told you not to drive in this water, but also do not get out and walk in it if you can. It can have contamination from oil and gas. And
all right, here we go.
sewage.
Now you're going to freak me out.
No,
I'm just going to
don't
ask you
walk
now to
in
tone it down.
No,
Keep
it's
your
true story,
shoes on.
George.
Yeah,
My
I
dog
know.
Bailey got a staph infection the last time. It was just because she got out and walked along the grass where flooding had taken place. You don't think about those things, but these people on the news that are walking around with no shoes on or wading through all of this
Right.
water,
You
like
don't know what
we
you're gonna
don't know
step
what's
on.
in there
Yeah.
right now, and you don't know if you're going to cut your foot. Like there are a lot of things that people
Right.
aren't thinking about right now. Good call, Lauren.
You guys don't work with me, though. You don't know what a germaphobe I am. So yeah. May have to go shower.
George, it's going to be a long couple of days for you then with me.
It's going to be a tough couple of days.
I am
exactly.
not a germaphobe.
A couple of things that we want to share with you. If you haven't heard from our governor and our lieutenant governor, they have been excellent. They have been out on all of the news programs, Fox News, different places like that. Governor Greg Abbott was talking about bringing the National Guard in and talking to them about helping with some of their high water vehicles. Can we get that Greg Abbott cut number 608? I don't know if he's...
You got it.
He'll get to it.
I think he'll get there. Cut number 608. Talking Greg Abbott talking about National Guard has been sent in with a lot of high water vehicles.
Should we give out the guard number? You want to give out the Coast Guard number?
Yeah, let's do that, yeah.
The Coast Guard number, if you're trying to help out with high water rescue, 281-464-4854. And here's another number. If you have a vehicle or boat that you're willing to help rescue people, that number is 713-881-3100.
Okay, all right. We'll get back to that. But again, Governor Abbott was on Fox News. Are they ready to go now?
Our National Guard deployed to Houston, Texas, multiple high-level vehicles that are going to be manned by the National Guard. We're deploying boats and helicopters to be involved in swift water rescues, and that will be not just in the Houston and Harris County area, but that will be arrayed all across East Texas where you can see all that heavy flooding. But all we can do is to provide as many resources as possible to achieve goal number one, and that is to save as many lives as we can.
All right, it's CBS Radio Houston. That's our Governor Greg Abbott talking about sending the National Guard in here, and he also talked about how this is not going to be over anytime soon for Houston, so they're here for the long haul, and that he expects, since they got approval before Hurricane Harvey hit from FEMA and some of the folks in Capitol Hill, that he expects it to be a swift kind of situation when they come to town and start helping out here. So fingers crossed that works as planned.
No,
That's
absolutely.
hope, so.
I think we have Nick Russo on the phone from 100.3 The Bull also. I think he does afternoons for you, George.
He does, yep.
He's got the numbers for the boats and everyone. Nick, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing all right. So the number they've been passing around for anyone who has a high water vehicle or a boat that can lend a hand, it's 713-881-3100. And that'll get you in contact with the city, and then they can direct you probably to somebody close enough to you if you can make it safely there to help. Also, just came across CenterPoint Energy reports over 80,000 customers without power.
Okay. All right. 80,000. Now, Nick, what area of town do you live in?
I'm downtown. I'm actually pretty close to the George R. Brown. I can see the American Red Cross helicopters coming in. Also, you can see they've shut down 59 through downtown completely. Obviously the under part is atrocious, but as far as the high rise of 59, it's basically a runway helicopter landing pad for supplies and help. Like there's DPS officers everywhere, high police presence. A lot of roads are blocked off downtown. They're not letting anybody in really.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. Nick, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. You were the first one to alert me to the folks that are the county judge who's looking for those boats to help out with high water rescue. So thank you, bud. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Nick. You stay safe, okay?
All right. You guys be safe, too. Thank you.
Thanks.
713-572-4610 is our number here. You can join in on the conversation if you have a question, if there's something we can share with you. We'd love to get a chance to talk to you about that. It's CBS Radio Houston coverage of Hurricane Harvey here on all of the CBS radio stations.